Howdy, everybody. This is a surprise. Monday's with Mom on a Wednesday. We had to do this because we promised a couple of weeks ago she was going to do her cake in a jar. Is that what it's called?
Cake in a jar.
And Junebug, you're being crazy. So, anyhow, I'll let her take it and explain what it is, but I think this would be really cool, something y'all can do for Christmas.
You can make these, you make them in wide mouth pint jars and you bake it in the oven, and this way you can either give them out as gifts, or if you want to make like pumpkin or some type of spiced bread. It's not cake in a jar, it's bread in a jar, I'm sorry. But if you want to just make it and put it on your shelf, it keeps for about a year.
Do like carrot cake.
Yeah, you can do all different kinds. I normally, most of the time,
banana bread.
Yeah, any of that. Yeah.
Ooh, that would be good.
And so if you got the food blahs from the holidays, you can make this and either give it out, and then people won't have to eat it right then, because there's a lot of food.
I guess when you take it out, you put the lid on it, so it's actually sealed.
It's sealed. You seal it.
So that way you have a snack whenever you.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, when you get done, you can reuse the jars and you keep making them.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Buys the lid.
That's thrifty. Yeah. Well, then you can get the. What you? Yeah, we're gonna maybe give you a little piece. You could probably. All you need is the lid. You don't have to rebuy the rings or anything.
No, you just need to redo the lid.
Yeah, you can't reuse the lids.
No.
I think some people boil them or something and try to reuse them, but
No,
I
you
wouldn't
can't
suggest
do
doing
that.
that.
No. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, they're cheap as dirt. But anyhow, we're going to zip to the kitchen and we're going to see the magic happen. Catch y'all in the kitchen. By the magic of teleportation, here we are in the kitchen. So take it away, sis.
I printed this out years ago because this had come out of a book I had that I can't find. I don't know what I did with it, but I had already printed this out and I had it stuck in one of my cookbooks. So it's an easy recipe to do, and I used to give them out as gifts. I've got my pint jars washed and sterilized and ready to go, and I got my oven preheated to 325. And the only thing I forgot, Mama's gonna have to get me a cake pan. I forgot to get a cake pan. Anyway, this recipe supposed to make 8 pints.
Okay,
and
we'll have the recipe. Oops, we'll have the recipe up, but you could probably use any like cake or bread recipe, couldn't you? Or does it have to be this?
It's got the main recipe, and then down here, because this was part of it, this was variations, substitutes for pumpkin. You can substitute. Oops. You can substitute pumpkin with something else. It's got down here, you can either use apples or carrots, or a can of cranberry sauce,
Cool.
or fresh cranberries, or mashed bananas, applesauce plus raisins, zucchini bread. Then it's even got applesauce plus pineapple.
Ooh.
Or 2 cups of fresh peaches, but
We can still see you, Mama.
that's out. I'm gonna go set this over here.
Hey, Mama. Say hi.
Anyway, if you want to, when you write these down, you can, I don't know if you can see that, you can put that on there for them too.
Oh yeah,
to show
I'll have
them
that printed out.
The substitutes they can use.
Right. No, what I meant was, does it have to be that specific recipe, or can you use any like bread or cake recipe? Is there something special with the?
You could experiment with it. I've never used anything but this particular recipe, but I have substituted and used other stuff. I've used zucchini bread, and I've used banana bread.
Right, you just
but
stuck
I've used
to
this,
the base recipe. Okay,
yeah.
So I guess as long as you stick to the base recipe, you're good to go.
And the reason that you need to have a wide mouth mason jar is because
to get it out.
Yeah.
You can't get it out with a narrow mouth jar.
So anyway,
So let's show what we're talking about when we say wide mouth. You see how it's cylindrical. I ain't gonna touch that, but anyhow, you can see why if you had a narrow, we don't have a narrow mouth one.
No.
There's no way you could get it out once it's cooked or baked.
No, it'd be pretty hard. I guess you could dig it out with a spoon.
Yeah, if you wanted to dig it out.
But anyway, when I moved, I've lost a lot of my canning, or not lost it, misplaced my canning stuff, so I can't find my canning funnel.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to use this bowl with a lip on it to try to get this batter into those jars without my funnel. So anyway, you want to start off, you put the wet ingredients in one bowl first.
Could make a funnel out of paper. Of course, that'd be messy.
Yeah, that'd be a mess. You start off with 2/3 cup of Crisco shortening.
Why Crisco? Why not? I guess you could use lard too, couldn't you?
Yeah, I'm sure you could. I used to use lard a lot when we used to raise hogs.
Oh yeah.
And what you want to do first is you want to cream the shortening and the sugar together. Then you want to beat in the eggs, the pumpkin, and the water.
Okay.
So I've got my 2/3 cup of shortening. Then what I want is 2 2/3 cups of sugar.
Whoops.
Let me get me a paper towel. Got my sugar over here in this bag.
Yeah, last video I noticed that paper bag was getting a little tattered. Whoops. Well.
I told y'all I got a small kitchen. I wasn't kidding.
Utensils is a flying.
Now this particular recipe has got a lot of sugar in it. So if you're on a diet or if you're diabetic, you can probably substitute it with stevia or something like that. There's 2.
Here it goes. Who could it be? I don't know why that song. Who could it be now?
2 2/3. Okay. Now I want to beat in 4 eggs. Got my eggs right here. I don't know if they can see that. That is a lot of sugar.
Yeah, buddy.
So if you're not supposed to have sugar,
yeah, this is not a This is not a diabetic.
You can substitute it.
Well, yeah, the stevia, but then I don't know. You probably wouldn't use. How many cups did you just put in there?
2 2/3.
I'm sure you have to. There's some kind of math to using stevia because you ain't gonna put 2 2/3 cups of stevia in there.
You just have to experiment with it to see.
Those look like farm eggs.
They are.
Ooh. Them real homegrown eggs.
Okay, now I'm just going to throw that away.
Cool.
Now I want to add.
Look at this. She's like, come on.
2 cups.
Make my bread.
I already measured this out because it was a mess, but it was just regular canned pumpkin. And it's 2 cups. So you want to add your canned pumpkin in there. Let's throw this. I've got some new wash water on there.
I remember years ago you made these and you put little bows and stuff on them. Give them
Yeah, what I used to most of the time, most of the time I used to do it. It was around Christmas, and I would decorate the tops.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And I would and then I'd get like a bow,
yeah,
ribbon, and I'd put little not stickers, but tags.
Right, yeah. Tags.
Yeah, with people's names and stuff on it. Now you can get them decorated. Sticky things and put on the jar itself if you want.
I'll tell you what, those kind of Christmas presents are worth more than anything.
And then one year what I did is instead of actually like making the bread in the jar, I had a book that I had bought from a fundraiser that had directions for the dry ingredients. And,
yeah,
and you put it in there a certain way and it comes decorative.
Yeah, you layer it and then you dump it out, mix it up, and make it.
Yeah, and then on the little tag I put with the jars was the recipe on how to make it.
That.
So you want to mix this really well.
That is a sugary mess right there.
Huh?
That is a sugary mess right there.
You can either do this by hand or use your electric hand mixer. I'm just doing it by hand. Actually, hold on a minute. I got something else I'll use besides mine. I've got one of the big hand mixers with them big paddles you have to get out.
The cranky hand mixer?
Yeah. I'll just use this.
Oh, there you go. Immersion blender, yeah.
This is good for just stuff.
I love immersion blenders. They get the job done.
They're a pain to clean.
Yeah, they're a pain to clean, but boy, do they look good. There you go.
Because you want to make sure that you get that mixed well.
There we go.
If y'all ain't got one of these, y'all are really, they're not that expensive.
Hey, you can probably get them for like $20. Making a quick job of that.
Okay.
There you go.
I'll clean all this while it's baking.
Yeah.
Ain't no big deal. Just set it there. Now.
See, that's well blended now.
Yeah, you can see
Blendedly blended.
So in a separate bowl, you want to start mixing up the dry ingredients. What?
Blended. That's an old tobacco commercial or something.
Okay.
See, wasn't
so
Lucky
now
Strike? I wonder what.
You
Do you remember what cigarette company that was?
What?
I was asking her. Where their catchphrase was splendidly blended. Oh well, I don't want to endorse tobacco. I don't know. It just sort of hit me in one of my weird memories from my past.
Deja vu.
Deja vu. When you get our age, so many old memories floating around in our brains.
I can't find my big sifter. I'm gonna have to deal with this.
Uh-oh.
So in a separate bowl, you want to start sifting together the dry ingredients. So you start out with your, oh, you know what I forgot to add in this?
Uh-oh.
2/3 cup of water. That ain't no big deal.
Whoops.
And another thing too, what I like to do, I like to add warm water. Because if you add really cold water to something you're gonna bake,
especially with lard or shortening. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they can see that.
Yeah. It's kind of a soup.
Yeah, it won't be here in a minute.
Pumpkin sugar soup.
Okay. Alright, now we're going to start with the flour. So it takes 3 1/3 cups of flour.
Okay,
now this is not self-rising. This is all-purpose flour.
All-purpose, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting my terms straight.
And the reason I don't have yeast, but I have baking soda, bacon powder. And that's what you usually use if you're not using self-rising.
Oh, okay.
So, there's one.
Yeah, because yeast would probably make it rise too much, wouldn't it?
I'm just gonna dump that in there.
Yeah, because I think doesn't it say that it's pre-sifted or something like that?
Yeah, a lot of this flour now is.
I don't know.
I still do a lot of sifting when I've got my sifter.
Well,
this is not a very good sifter. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyway.
probably not really made for what you're
so
doing.
you start with your flour, and then you want to add a half a teaspoon of baking powder.
Baking powder, not baking soda.
Baking powder, yeah.
There's a big difference.
There's a half.
And of
So
course, Clapper Girl is the go-to for...
That's a half a teaspoon of baking powder. Then you want to add 2 teaspoons of baking soda.
And another awesome use for baking soda is if you ever have heartburn, put a teaspoon in a glass of water, stir it up. You'll burp for 20 minutes, but the heartburn will go away.
I think I lived on that stuff when I was pregnant with Anna. Then you want to add your salt, which is 1.5 teaspoons.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
No, this is sea salt because I could not find. So I'm actually going to use a little bit less because I couldn't find my iodized salt.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to guess at it. That's about a half a
I
teaspoon.
like sea salt better anyway.
Okay. Then you want to add, and then your spices. So you start out with your flour, then your baking powder, your baking soda, and your salt. Then your spices, which is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Any old cinnamon?
Yeah, just regular powdered cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of ground cloves.
You know, I found out the other day that there's certain breeds of cinnamon tree that are almost extinct. We actually are running the risk of running out of cinnamon. She's concentrating.
Okay, so I already got the salt.
She didn't even hear me.
Yeah, okay, we got the
She just
salt.
doesn't care about
Now-
the cinnamon trees.
Now you want to, the last thing you add in your dry ingredients is 2/3 cups of nuts.
Any nuts?
Probably. I use walnuts a lot just because I like walnuts, but
Yeah, walnuts are good.
you can use any kind of nuts you like.
Almonds, I don't know about cashews. I guess it's whatever kind of nuts you're partial to.
Yeah. I love walnuts.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all, I'm not organized.
Yeah.
And I'm a messy cook.
Yeah, but
This
pull back
is
with
this is normal for me.
Look at that workspace.
Okay. There's your nuts. Now, if you don't want these as big as this is, you can probably cut them. But these are just like halves.
Yeah.
But it works.
I don't know.
Then normally I would have had this all sifted together, but since I have lost my sifter, I'm going to mix this together well. But you want all your dry ingredients mixed well.
Get it blended real good.
Yeah. Then you add all of this to your pumpkin mixture.
Oh, Lordy.
I need a KitchenAid. I've actually got a stand mixer.
Yeah.
Mixer, and I'd never use it.
Same way, I got one. I think I've used it maybe 5 times. Karla uses it a lot.
It's a good thing that she's got one of them smooth top, glass top stoves.
Yeah, they're easy to clean once you get done.
And I'll tell you what to do here in a minute when I get this mixed well. You can see it's not, it's thicker, but it's still will go into those jars.
It's thicker, but it's pourable.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
What do you call that? A batter consistency? It's like batter.
Yeah, almost like pancake batter, really.
Yeah. There we go.
I just hope that this will work with that lip on that bowl.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
Can they see that?
Oh yeah.
Here, smell.
Oop.
Need smell-o-vision.
Oh yeah. Oh Lord. Does that smell good? That's gonna taste even better.
I see, really, I don't know. They can't really see that real well. But the bigger nuts I used in there don't hurt it.
Yeah, there's another thing in there.
Okay. And what you want to do, you get me another, I want paper towels. What you want to do, it's supposed to make 8 pints. Let me get this out of the way. When you bake it, you bake them in there without no lids on, and you fill the jars one at a time. You want to make sure you don't get them any more than half full, because when that rises, you won't be able to put that lid on.
It's a half full.
Yep.
Here we go. Action cam time.
Look at Kentucky and look for me. Tell me when it's half full. Can you see?
Yeah, a little more. Yeah, there you go. Let's shake it a little bit. You might maybe just. That's about half.
Yeah, I'll wipe off the. Yeah, that is about half.
That's pretty close. And if you do get a little on the lid like that, you just wipe it off. Turn it around because at first one I didn't know I meant the where you're doing that so they can see it coming out of the.
Yeah.
There we go.
Run it this way.
There we go.
All right, just let me know when it gets half full. That bowl's got me blocked.
Keep going. Keep going. Easy, easy.
All right.
One more little bloop. Yeah, that's right about there. Okay. Yeah, it's about half.
This ain't gonna hold. I don't think. It'll hold what it will. And then we'll bake them.
I think it's what gonna hold 8. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's
I can get it out if I have to.
That's probably Anna calling.
It's all right.
Lord, speaking of Anna, she posted her final grades from college. Straight A's.
I've seen that.
Wow.
I'm proud of her.
You ain't kidding.
I'll take a damp paper towel before I put these in the oven and clean these off.
Yeah, because you got to have a clean rim.
So it's going to hold 6. I'll have 2 left I'll have to bake.
Okay. Yeah.
But this will be enough to show everybody what these are.
Oh, yeah.
I think the last time I made these, I had a big, huge, like, cookie sheet that I used.
Oh, well.
That I can't find either. That about, maybe a little more. Can't see. Can they see
Yeah,
that?
whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's. You're pushing the halfway mark there.
Okay. One more.
separately.
Yeah. I don't know if they can tell how much batter I got. But that makes right at 8 pints.
Yeah, because you still got quite a... We got enough for a couple more cans there for sure.
Mm-hmm. And that's all I lack's about 2. 2 more.
There, you're right at it again.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, y'all can see it.
You want to make sure you get the rim at least. Inside it don't matter.
No, you just the
but
lip.
On the outside, yeah.
Because that lip's got to be clean, or the lid won't seal. Yeah, Anna was going this year. What is her master's degree?
Yeah, this is her 6th year and she'll graduate in May.
What is it, criminal justice?
Yeah.
She keeps flip-flopping what she wants to do. She ain't sure she wants to work for the FBI or who knows what she wants to do.
She's thinking she's wanting to get her go on to theology and use her master's degree to become a prison chaplain.
Hey.
That was one of the things she's thinking about doing.
Well, that's cool.
And we have a pastor friend who's affiliated with a Bible college, and I think she was talking to him about it.
Oh, that'd be cool.
All right. Now.
So there it is.
You want to put these in a 325 oven for 45 minutes, and just keep your eye on it. And then when those are done, I'll show you what to do with it. I kind of try to put them in there to where they're not touching each other.
So, in approximately 45 minutes, we shall see you all back here. Set the magic timer.
Oops.
You ready?
There we go. Got it set for 45 minutes.
All right.
And we'll see what happens.
See you guys in 45 minutes. Bye.
Bye.
A few moments later.
Here we are back in the kitchen. And Sissy has a helper.
I have a helper. Ranger's gonna show my bloopers. I took these out too soon.
It's okay. No, shh. It's okay. Shh. The bloopers. They'll be at the end.
They,
No, this just happened 45 minutes later.
Yeah. Just check them with a knife or a, toothpick or something. Which I didn't do. Anyway, I got the oven off.
Everybody's
Karla's going to seal them for me. So you want to take
show
them
what
out.
it was that you should have done with the first one.
I should have checked them with a knife.
A knife or a toothpick or anything, anyhow.
My bad. Okay, take them out one at a time. Whoops. And seal them. And wipe it off.
Wipe the rim.
And there's that's wet if you want to use it. Yeah, wipe the rim, make sure that they seal.
And you carefully touch them like so, because you don't want to get your oil from your fingers.
Oil from your fingers. A lot of canners, they'll wear rubber gloves when they're doing that.
I've got one sitting over here I'm not going to seal. We're going to use
If
it.
you tighten them, Shazam, it's hot.
Yeah,
They did
be
it
careful. It just came out of an oven.
Here you go.
Shazam! Burn the fingers.
I swear.
Yep.
Very hot. Anyhow, take one out and show what it, there you go, what it looks like once it's baked.
They rise pretty good.
Yeah.
Some of them I think I filled a little bit too more than it should have been. So it ended up making 7 instead of 8 pints.
Okay.
You missed that.
Oh, another thing. For the first person to guess what Karla's favorite soda pop is, I'll send a free Kentucky Ranger sticker.
The first two
No
people.
hints. 2? Okay, let's do 2. No hints.
No
Don't hint.
No hints.
No, don't hint.
You ain't got me on a tight enough leash, honey. Huh.
You broke loose from your leash a long time ago.
Yes, I did.
Leash, whatever. I had to install a visible fence just to keep her in the house.
At night, he puts a shock collar
Yeah.
on me. Ain't that precious?
Marital bliss.
Yeah.
Yes.
The key to a happy marriage is invisible fence.
And shock collar for wifey.
Well,
Bad
that's what it is,
wifey,
honey.
bad
Haven't
wifey.
you ever seen an invisible fence? It's a shock collar. When you get close to it, they run a wire in the ground. And when you get close to it, well, you, not the dog, not you, but of course you, because you're.
You know what they say
It
about,
Who
shocks
do you think I am?
you know what they say about revenge?
God gave me a brain. I know
know.
what a shock collar is and a
Hey.
little
No, I'm
fancy
talking about
bit.
an invisible fence.
You know what every
Not
good
shock
wife
collar.
has? A cattle prod for her husband.
Yeah.
Cattle prod. Shut up. Oh, no. It's not nice.
Thanks for the Christmas gift. Hey, y'all want to hear a story about how I know about those little fences? Y'all want to know?
I'm listening. We're all listening.
My ex's mama, God rest her soul, and his too. I'll call him Roy. She got tired of him coming in about 3 o'clock in the morning drunk. Well, she put one of them little fences. So he pulls up. He had a Monte Carlo. Y'all remember the Monte Carlos that
Big
had the
ugly
long,
looking thing, yeah.
yeah, the ugly ones.
Yeah.
That bright orangey, blinding
that was an
orange.
awful looking car.
That woman must have been
Oh,
colorblind that
yeah.
had it done, that old woman.
Yeah.
Well, he pulled up on that little fence thing, and the bumper was like going right
Oh,
across.
that's an electric fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of the same thing, right?
Well, no, invisible fence, it's a wire you bury in the ground.
Well,
And
they
the-
didn't.
And the shock collar, what happens is it sends out a signal, and when you get close to it, it'll shock
Well, you interrupted my story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, she got tired of him coming in drunk.
Yeah.
Of course, I know what fence he's talking about, but it just reminded me of something funny. Well, he come in stumbling in drunk, and he went to open the car door. Well, those old Pontiac Monte Carlos, I mean 2 different cars.
Monte Carlo.
I wanted to make sure you was listening. The Monte Carlo.
That's nothing
I
like
mean the Pontiac.
that's nothing like them Ford Camaros.
Right. Oh, dude, you're
Or
a
Chevy
mess.
T-Birds.
Yeah, Chevy T-Birds. Well, anyway, he comes in stumbling and drunk, but when he went to open his car door, he got the,
Oh, yeah, I
what
bet he got a
shocked
jolt.
out of him.
Yeah.
So, his mama paid him back. But I do know what you're talking about. He's like, boy, this is hot.
Anyhow, okay, we got them all locked now.
No, we ain't. Hold your horses. Hold your taters. Ranger.
Taters. Well, I thought we were going to leave one open to try to
Okay,
get it
it's
out
over
and
here.
taste it.
It's over here.
Keep your
I
breeches
said you have
on.
to let them cool because they probably
I've already
shrink
got it.
just
Well,
a
I've
little
got
bit.
it broke away from the sides, so it'll come out.
Oh, it'll come out. Oh, okay. Because I figured once they cool it, they
Hold
shrink
your
a little
breeches.
bit.
Hold your taters.
I'm holding. I'm trying to hold on.
Yeah.
Remember, oops.
Yeah.
Remember, hold on loosely. Just don't let go.
When
That's
we
right.
try this,
Oh,
I'll
no,
explain
Lucy.
what I used to do when I used to give these out.
See?
Yeah. Yeah, she decorate them. They really look pretty.
Oh, they were gorgeous.
See, yeah, once you get them done like that, she decorate the lids.
See, and they're
Do
still
all kind of
hot,
fancy
hot,
stuff.
hot.
Anyhow, once you get this as a
Look.
present.
They're still hot.
Yeah, okay. Anyhow, once you get them.
Can you see
They
that?
come right out.
Looky.
Boop. Well, ain't that cool?
You gotta keep your breeches on, Ranger. Hold your taters. Hold your
Wow, that came
taters.
out real easy.
Yes.
When they're cool, and they've been in there a while,
Yeah, they come out even easier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can put powdered sugar on these or
Oh, yes.
a little bit.
Do we get a taste?
Probably. It's crumbly because they're hot, but don't matter. It's going down the gullet anyway.
Bubba!
And
Forks.
Okay.
Spoons.
and Mr.
Y'all
Eclectic. Now I tell you what. Let me do something even more.
What you gonna do,
That way
baby?
Cherie can be in too. Sorry about the clunking. I know that y'all can hear that.
Let me get up.
I'm gonna stand this up so we can all.
Hey, Mama. Where's
Mama!
Mama?
Mama, the cake's ready.
See if I can get that.
I'm just country. I ain't professional.
Hey, we know.
Julia Childs,
It's
I'm not.
It's all good.
Let me lock this. See if I can get
Cake's
this.
done, Mama. Cake's done.
Well, you get all of us in here.
Boom bug. Boom bug says, "Can I have my
Including
bite?"
Jimbo. Okay, now.
See, it's popping. Did you hear the popping?
Here we go. Yep.
They're
They're already
sealing.
starting to seal.
It was.
Okay, we all need to kind of be together here.
Here you go.
Ta-da.
Anyhow.
Here you go.
Here, Mama.
Yes.
Okay.
Let them eat cake.
And we have our.
Who's-
It's
who's
bread,
it?
but it's, I guess cake. Bread.
Cake.
Bread cake.
It's bread in a jar.
Bread in a jar.
This is pumpkin bread.
Okay,
Let
you
them
get
eat
right here,
cake.
so we can all get in the shot.
I guess I'm in it.
Oh yeah, you're in it.
Ooh.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Let them eat cake. Somebody once said.
Mm.
Mm.
Oh, that bud.
Not bad, is it?
No,
And let me give you a bite. Mm.
Lord, you just shoved it right in the can.
Well, of course.
Yeah,
It
tastes
is.
like
What's
It's
good?
really good.
You know what's good is it's not real sickening sweet.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
That's good.
anyhow,
Let me swallow my food on top of my mouthful. Like you said, I used to decorate these up with the cloth on the top and the little tags and everything. But what I used to do, because I used to make them around Christmas, I would always include on the little tag a Bible scripture. John 6:35. And Jesus said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst. And I used to hand these out, and then I would have a poem. And this was the poem, because I used to put a poem on the little, of course I had it printed out a lot smaller than this is.
now.
And the prayer is, with the dawn of each new morning, Father, hear us when we pray. Grant us strength when we are weakest, strength sufficient for the day. Grant us courage, grant us fervor, send us light that we may see every duty that awaits us. In this day we live for Thee. Then at noon, kind Father, hear us. Stoop and lend Thine arm of strength, for the burden seemeth heavy, and alone we fall at length. Give us of Thy living waters, that refreshed our souls may be, and renewed we rise to labor with a loyal heart for Thee. Then, dear Father, in the quiet, gentle hours of eventide, we in sweet communion gather by Thy holy altar's side, and our thanks ascend for blessings. With them, Father, one more plea. Grant us pardon for each trespass through the night, repose in Thee. It was written in 1922 by R. Mildred Barker Alford. I used to include that along with that because we're supposed to celebrate the birth of Jesus during the Christmas season and the bread of life, and that's why I used to make these.
Yeah, and they're really good.
Oh, they are.
You see how easy it come out of that jar. So, anyhow, we'll see. I didn't realize that Monday is Christmas Eve, so it's going to be double special. Plus, we're going to do the Universal Yum. So, not sure what country it's from yet. We'll figure that out. So anyhow, we'll see you Monday, and God bless, and y'all.
You going to have a special guest on Christmas?
Very well could be.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So you'll have to stay tuned.
Say who the mystery guest is. Is that Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Christmas Eve.
I guess you want to do Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll call that special person. There's going to be a mystery guest. Y'all got to
Mystery
guess who
guest.
it's going to be.
Okay. Anyhow, God bless everybody.
God bless.
Thanks for
God bless.
watching.
And we will see you
Much
Monday.
love.
Monday.
Monday.
Bye, everybody.
While we're trying to turn the dishwasher off, so we're going to do the
Just
last.
kind of open the door. Yeah, just open the
Just
door.
open the door a little bit.
Noisy dishwasher.
That big down thing. I'm with her.
Magnifying glass.
Oh, I guess.
Anyhow, we'll cut the same that she gets the last one out. So y'all don't have to sit through the monotony of doing this.
Oh, we might come up with bloopers.
Why don't you don't look before we are done?
We can come up with bloopers.
Whoops.
No, I don't think they're quite
They're not
done.
quite done.
Uh-oh.
Okay, well, we're
Is there
gonna
any way we can cut
yeah,
this
let's
out?
cut this and we'll redo this because they didn't quite they're not quite done yet. That should have been the first thing she did, the very first one, but she didn't. That's okay, we won't scold her too bad.
Yeah.
But won't they still cook in the other ones? While the cap
No.
is on there? Because they're still hot.
I guess it could be, Cherie.
They'll still, these other ones
But
will
the other
still
ones
be
that
good.
you just sealed, I don't know though.
It'll probably cause it to explode.
Yeah, something goofy will happen.
Yeah,
so just
so I'm
take
just
the
gonna-
seals. I mean, seals are cheap. Yeah, I'll throw them back in there for a little. This will be a blooper reel.
Bloop, bloop. Cut.
Yeah, you cut this, right?
Yeah, Sissy, I'll cut this for sure. Nobody is ever gonna see this. Nobody will see this.
Swear.
That's right.
Or is it this one? I
I
swear.
don't know. Yeah, but the other one's supposed to